Hello children, welcome to your English class. This is your English teacher Ms. Balwinder Singla. I hope you all are very fine and all of you are taking good care of your health and your studies as well. Before beginning today's class, let me ask you something. Children, do you know what is required to survive on the earth? Yes, it's oxygen. And where do we get it from? Yes, they are trees. Trees give us oxygen. Do you know what is required for the growth of trees? Yes, air, water, and sunlight. Yes, children, but do you know besides air, water, and sunlight, trees need love, care, and protection also, just like you and me? Right, and this is the theme of our today's poem, The Tree. It is written by a famous poet, K.K.N. Daruwala. The poem is written in the narrative style with simple but strong images and brings out the poet's love for nature and belief in the harmonious relationship between the two. Now, let's recite the poem first. Next to the track beside our house, Dad planted a gulmohar. We tended it, we watered it, it wanted more and more. When first its little shoots of green spread across the boughs, and some of us said, "Wow!" Its branches were so low. We drove the goats away and cows. It really kept us on our toes. A baby tree needs care. Next year, the green first changed into leaf. It turned into a red-roofed tree, a thing of beauty rare. It never spoke to us, of course. It just spoke to the winds, and now and then waved to the skies, but it gave us everything. Its falling flowers and its shade, they covered half the track. It sheltered us from sun and rain. The tree had paid us back. So children, now let me explain you the poem in detail. We will start with the first stanza. Next to the track beside our house, Dad planted a gulmohar. We tended it, we watered it, it wanted more and more. In the first stanza, the poet talks about a gulmohar tree that his father had planted near the track beside their house. Children, have you seen a gulmohar tree? Okay, let me show you the picture. This is gulmohar tree. So after planting the tree, the poet and his family tended it. It means they looked after it and they watered it. They took care of the tree and it needed a lot of water to grow. Now see the second stanza. When first its little shoots of green spread across the boughs, and some of us said, "Wow!" Its branches were so low. We drove the goats away and cows. In the second stanza, poet tells us that when first its shoots of green, means leaves of a new plant, spread across the boughs, boughs means branches. It means when the new leaves sprouted from the branches, the tree looked beautiful, and some of them said, "Wow!" on seeing its beauty. Then soon more branches appeared, but they were so low that the cows and goats had to be driven away to keep the young branches safe. Now see the third stanza. It really kept us on our toes. A baby tree needs care. Next year, the green first changed to leaf. It turned into a red-roofed tree, a thing of beauty rare. In third stanza, the poet exclaims that a baby tree needed care and that kept him and his family on their toes. The next year, the green leaves were overshadowed by the beautiful red flowers till it looked like a red roofed tree. It was a very beautiful sight. Now see the fourth stanza. It never spoke to us, of course, it just spoke to the winds and now and then waved to the skies, but it gave us everything. In the fourth stanza, the poet remarks that the tree did not speak to them, as its branches were so high that the children could not play with it. It only spoke to the winds and waved to the skies now and then. Now let's see the last stanza. Its falling flowers and its shade, they covered half the track. It sheltered us from sun and rain. The tree had paid us back. In the last stanza, the poet tells us that its flowers and its shade covered half the track it stood beside and sheltered the poet and his family from the sun and the rain. The poet says that the tree had paid them back, means the tree had in fact given back to them all the love and care they had shown to the tree when it was small. So children, the poet has used vivid imagery in the poem, like the child and his family taking care of the baby tree, then the fully grown up tree taking care of the child and his family by giving them shelter from the sun and rains, the swaying of the tree in the breeze, and the fallen flowers covering the track in red. So it was indeed a beautiful poem telling us about the true relationship between human and nature. So we all should take care of the trees and all other things nature has provided to us. Children, I hope you all have understood the idea behind the poem and enjoyed it also. Now you should recite this poem yourself now, and then you have to note it down in your English literature notebook very neatly. We will meet in our next class. Till then, stay safe, stay healthy. Bye bye.